Hey guys, welcome to Kipoerneke's Corner. I am over in EverQuest 2. We have a new server that was released today called Wuoshi, and it is a free trade server starting at the Echoes of Fate. So I'm going to make a new character just to hop in there. I had a friend driving me earlier to tell me he was getting. All right, let's see. So we're going to go create standard character right here. And I think we're going to go to progression next and then click create character here, I think, in order to get to Wuoshi. Now, I'm not sure if it goes on the, if it would be under the free trade server, if it would be under the progression server. But I'm assuming progression. So let's see what we want to do. What have I not played before? I've done Guardian, Berserker, Monk. I don't think I've done a Bruiser. I think I've done Paladin and Shadow Knight, possibly. So far, Bruiser I haven't done. I've definitely done Inquisitor, Warden, Fury, Channeler, Mystic. I don't know that I've done Defiler. Let's try, okay. I don't really want to do one of the evil classes for this, if I can help it, because I don't want to start... Well, okay, I could start in Darklight Woods, because this is Echoes of Fate expansion. Possibly might be able to start in Darklight Woods. Not 100% sure of that. I lean toward going with a good side character, just so that I eliminate any possibility of going on to that side. I could do... I think I have played everything on this except for the Wizard before. So Wizard is actually leaning good for me just because I haven't played it before and it's on the good side. You can be, either side, I think, for that. Alright, so Swashbuckler is what Kipoerneke is on Origins. Brigand, I don't think that I've played, but that would be on the evil side, I think. Otherwise, I don't know. I think I have a Troubadour, but I'm not 100% sure. Scout is not my favorite class, that's for sure. I know I haven't played an Assassin, but again, I don't really want to, so there's that. So, let's see. Let's just do a Wizard, how about? So, Wizard. Never cross a wizard. We excel at making our enemies explode in dramatic fashion. That's all Kabor, Archmage of Aerodin. The wizard can unleash the purest form of destruction by harnessing the arcane magics of fire and ice. Channeling the full force of these elements into deadly focus, no other type of mage is able to match the wizard's ability to inflict such great devastation upon a single target. Wizards depend on intelligence as their primary stat because it determines maximum power and increases damage. Alright. So we select Wizard, go forward. Select Race. I could either be good or neutral. Again, I don't want to be evil, because that doesn't sound like a good thing. So, let's do, let's say Wizard. So, what do I want to be? I don't think that I've ever made a Fae that I can recall. I don't really like the Fae a lot, but maybe I'll make one anyway. It'll be a new race for me to do. I don't know. It's questionable. But since this is the Echoes of Fate expansion, it would make sense to go that direction, I suppose. So let's try it. Let's see. Fae, all of nature binds us together, carrying our spirits from one ring to the next, and that is Queen Amri of the Fae. Fae are the vivacious heart of greater fate art, friendly and lighthearted, they enjoy playing tricks on the unwary. Fae make excellent scouts and priests. Well, let's go with Wizard instead. How about we'll go with female. Sure. Move forward here. Now let's just try randomize all and see if I get something I'm more interested in than what I have at the moment. Not loving them so far. I'm not huge into aesthetics, as you probably are all aware. But let's see. What if we go to the wings and we just look at the color here? We have this wing type. What other wings could we get here? This is Big Sea Fairy. We got Tenera's Arrows, Iridescent Coil, Vibrant Wave. That could possibly be kind of cool. Starwing Wisp. Big Sea Fairy is what we were on first. Collect Opal Wing, Resplendent Arrow, Seafoam Coil, Pearl Mosaic, Twilight Wisp, or Dragon Fairy. Out of those, I think I might lean toward this and then do Wing Color 1. It says the Vibrant Wave Wings do not support Wing Color 1. Well, that's unfortunate. Or Wing Color 2, so what, we just have to just take them as is, I guess. Well, I don't love that. How about these guys? Can you change the wing colors here? Alright, so I do like, I don't know, purple color. What I want really is a darker purple, but I don't know how to get it there. I would want even darker than that, really. But I guess that's the closest we can get, possibly. What is this here? When locked, this feature will not be randomized. Okay. And then wing color 2. I don't know. Really, not really loving this at all, honestly. I guess we could do just purple wings. Why not? It's fine. It's just wings after all. Who cares, right? Alright, what else we got going on here? Let's zoom in so we can see what it looks like. And this looks like an alien. So we have bug eyes. What might I want to do here? What if her eyes tilted up? Let's do eyebrows. Kind of hard to tell what her eyebrows look like because the hair's like. Speaking of the hair, I don't think I love it. Let's try some different random colors here. She currently has some very green eyes, kind of going with that that insectoid look. I suppose you can match your wings. How about that? Now, hair color 2. All right. Let's go with the black on that. Now, eyes. Tilt up, tilt down. We got eye color over here. And how about we go with that? So we have a whole purple thing going on. It's all of the purple all of the time. Alright. Eyebrows. I don't know that I'm that interested in changing them right now. Okay, let's go to head. We got the ears. They're kind of weird. That was high, that was low. I got large or small. Let's go towards small. The ears are strange looking as they are. We got cheeks. We could flush them out or bring them in. She's pretty weird looking girl at the moment. The chin is we need a little bit of, let's see if we get a narrower chin. And it's terrifying right there. Now how about that nose she's got going on? it's currently considered skinny and on the shorter side. I feel like she's got a bit of a unpleasant knot that was on it. That's better, I think. All right, and then we'll do the lips here. It's slightly on the wider side and more full. That's as narrow as it gets. That's as wide as it gets. We want it maybe about there, I think, sort of to fit her face, right? Then do fuller lips, fuller, thinner lips. That's all right, I think. All right, now lips upturn, downturn, or in the middle. I think the middle is fine. How's about the cheeks? What can we do there? We could give her fuller cheeks. Right now they're thin. Now that we want them wide that full, but maybe that's all right. High or low? Well, I don't think that I want particular low. Maybe somewhere in between. All right. That seems fine, I suppose. I'm just really not a Fae person overall. Not my cup of tea, but we'll do it. Maybe it'll grow on me. Who knows? Now for some skin color. We can have this very unusual color here. Let's see. It's like a light blue. But wait. If you go this direction. Okay, and then size, we want her large or small. Could make her a really big Fae. She's gonna be a wizard. Let's do medium size wizard Fae. Okay, now good enough for government work, I say. I almost clicked the randomize all button. That would have been hilarious. Let's go to next. Starting city is Queen's Colony. Alright, now let's click next here. And Wuoshi. So, I did select the right place. Let's just go with Kipoerneke. Because that's the name of the channel, so let's do it again. I almost clicked random. Alright, let's play. Play request queued. Average weight calculated. So we have to give it a little time before we can actually get in and play on it. Average wait of 20 minutes. That's a good bit of time. Well then. I could get off of it and go play on something else, or I could go switch to a different game for now, and then come back. It's another option. What should I do? I think I probably want to leave this up so that my wait time goes down. If I got out of it, I suppose it probably it would reset the wait time, so it would do no good to do that unless the load just goes down naturally. It is 3:25 p.m. here right now. The average wait time has flickered between 20 minutes, 16 minutes, now 17 minutes. Not sure about all that. Definitely hasn't been 3 minutes yet, and it's now 17. It just depends, though, on the rate at which people log out, I would assume. So, I wonder if it'll be super packed in there, since we have such a heavy load and everyone is just starting a new character. So I would guess there'll be a lot of people running around trying to start out their characters. And we're going to start on Queen's Colony. So, this implies that I should not leave this screen on EverQuest 2 and go play anything else on here. I could pull up Watcher of Realms in addition, and then And then I could play that while we wait on this to finish up. That seems like a possibility. I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. If I did, I would drag it probably to another screen. And then we could go in. Is that the right decision? Maybe it is. Let's see here. I wanted to switch. Hey, Gagum, how you doing? If I wanted to switch, though, I could do EverQuest Legends while we wait as another option. We only have 12 minutes left. That's not enough time to really get anything done much in most things. But yeah, I'm open to just chatting too while we wait. That's another potential here. All right. 12 minutes left. I guess I could. I don't know if I can even really look around. Gagum Grim says EQL server should back up. Cool. That is good to know. I'm somewhat tempted to go and open that up and see what we can do in these 12 minutes that we're waiting anyway. I'm in Befallen over there right now. And I think, no, I'm not. That's right. I called back to August. So I think I would have to use that gate thing. Take me back to East Common Ones. Unless I did that right before I logged out last night. I don't really remember. So let's see. Maybe I'll go to the Be Right Back screen over here perhaps. And then we can hop over there, I think. Maybe. Trying to remember how I had that set up over here to do. I think what I did is I'll shut that off and it displays this, yes. Okay. Let's see if I can get over there. To EverQuest Legends. And then I should be able to do that while we wait on this, right? Theoretically. Of course, I may have to wait on the installation of the new stuff in EQ2 too. Nope, it looks like that was fast. Alright, let's see. Hey, Knives, how you doing? Knives says, if I'm a free-to-play player, can I play on the new server? I don't believe so. I think that all of the progression servers that I know of are for members only. Now, you could get a chrono and activate that, and then I think we'd be able to do it that way. Although it seems like it's a pretty heavy load on there right now. Yeah, no problem. Are you, I assume you're free to play on live right now? It's where you're started out? Alright, so we got EverQuest Legends starting up here. I'm gonna go. Oh, now it says I never play EQ2. Well, interesting. You may want to try it out on live and just see how you feel about it. And then if you like it, you could, like I said, you could either earn a chrono with in-game currency, which takes a while, or you could pay a membership fee. Either way, they have monthly, 6-month, and yearly memberships over there. All right, let's switch to this screen. And I'll kind of keep an eye on the time. Central World. How you doing, Jones? We'll play about 10 minutes of EverQuest Legends, and then hopefully it'll be up on EverQuest 2 for the new server if all goes well. Okay, so I did make it over to East Commonwealth, looks like, last night. So I can head toward Befallen, and maybe I'll make it during this time. We're waiting on that to finish up. We shall see. And I think we want to go this way, I think. Let's zoom out. Yes. Heading toward West Commonlands at the moment. We'll just kill some things on the way. And at around 3:40 p.m. my time, I'll check on how the EverQuest 2 login is going. Now I wonder if there's a show how. Oh no, did I do something? No, it just froze for a whole second there. Okay, let's get this guy. I see that I have my buffs up at the moment. I may want to put those on real fast and then switch to the adventuring spell bar. I was using the evasive stance combined with recover stance last night, and it was actually working pretty decently, I felt. So what are you guys all up to today? We're becoming better at all kinds of skills doing this too, which is always nice. Alright, let's right-click on this, load spell set for adventuring. And then we'll try to go up to that boom over there. I definitely don't have a lot of room in the bags still. And I think I had been considering selling things before I went out to the Fallen again, but here we are, right? We got a Will-o'-the-Wisp over there, Will-o'-wisp. I apparently had been encumbered, but now I'm not. All is well. We got a third riddle for the troll, it says. Value is absolutely nothing. Now I wonder which troll that is that goes to. Let's go ahead and loot it. In fact, I'll put it on auto loot, because I suspect I'm supposed to hand it to somebody. But I haven't a clue who I'm supposed to hand it to. Obviously a troll, right? I have that other thing for the gobbler, I think, which I'm assuming is a goblin, but I'm not certain. Haven't run across anybody called the gobbler yet. So we'll see. And here we have a low quality wolf skin. Let's set that to auto store. Got a decaying skeleton over there. I think I like this hotbar setup better than I had it before. I think I also forgot to turn on the two items here. This Amulet of Necropotence 1 and the Boots of the Long Road. Also, we need to forage. We didn't find anything there. There's Sergeant Slate. Probably don't want to go after him. We want to run for our lives now, I think. there's not a run that I know of, but Sergeant Slate is level 41, and definitely he's chasing me. I don't know, maybe that's because I'm in skeleton form. I wonder if he would have chased me if I was in ogre form. And I wonder how these guys in here will respond to my ogre form. He says, "That's it, swine. You're out of here." Sure am. Running. It looks like he may have stopped chasing me. Or no, he's just a lot slower, that's all. We'll keep running. Well, just out of curiosity, I wonder if these other guys will come attack me since I'm in skeleton form. Let's run around and find out. I'm also in a fight with something. It doesn't look like any of them are coming after me. So maybe it's just him. Looks like it. Okay. Sergeant Slate has dropped off. No idea why, but his he got out of my extended target window, and his hate went up to 0 on the aggro meter. So, good news. I didn't even have to run all the way out. I see that my chat isn't working fully for some reason. Let me see if I can fix that too. Dr. Pepper Gaming says, "Good luck getting in. I'm in queue now, 26 minutes. We've got another few minutes before I want to check on it. I got a Necro Rotanga if I ever get in. Nice, nice. I think purple fits your character. Love it. Thank you." And then, seems like some people are getting in every 10 minutes. Nice. Your ogre and bear are basically twins. Yeah, they're almost the same thing, right? Let's get this Puma real fast. Now, I assume you mean my ogre in EverQuest Legends, because I actually also have an ogre in EverQuest 2, but I'm not sure if you guys have seen him. You may have. I'm gonna stop and try to fix this real fast. This chat for YouTube was not going through as intended. Seems to be a bit of an issue with that for some reason. Okay, now I think I've fixed it. Probably. Hopefully. We'll see. Look over. It looks like I may have gotten in on EverQuest 2, so I'll go ahead and get out of this, and we'll hop back over to that. Alright. Let's go back to the EverQuest 2 screen, and I will log out of this one. I should log right into that one, please. Put all these screens here. There we are. Now it should show EverQuest 2 in just a moment. There we are. That looks right. So we have Overseer boost to Season 5, apparently, that we were awarded for, that's for live server stuff, I believe, and it gives us the level 15 Overseer pack. So we'll accept that, and Overseer Season 2 Tutorial 3. Sure, we've unlocked Overseer Season 2 by reaching Overseer level 11. Now that you've unlocked Overseer Season 2, you will no longer see any of the Overseas in Season 1 quests in your Overseer window. This is all stuff for live, not important for me right now. So I'll get out of there. And then we're going to choose the layout that I have on somebody else. Let's go ahead and choose the Kipoerneke layout. This guy's a wizard. But that's okay. We have things in the same basic order here. I don't want the raid screen up, so let's all fire on that. I don't need any of this. Let's get off of there. Now, so we're on the boat, and let's talk to Captain Varlos over here.
Ahoy! 'Tis good to see you, Wake. You seem a little squiffy. At least you cheated death.
Where am I?
Me apologies.
Who are you?
I am Captain Drake Varlos, and this here fine ship is the Far Journey.
How did I get here?
Me hearties pulled you from the sea, you and those other bilge rats. Do you remember?
Vaguely. Where are we headed? And he says we're heading to the Isle of Refuge.
Angry, quit barking at the shorty and fix the yardarm. Don't want the ship to come apart in these high winds, do you?
Aye, aye, Captain.
You think she'd never seen a gnome before?
Alright, so now we have a quest. After recovering from being rescued from the seas, you find yourself aboard the Far Journey, and you have been given tasks to complete in return for your rescue. You accept this.
Oh, there, the seas are getting a bit angry. Go speak to me first mate, Wowland. He might have something for you to do.
Okay. So now we gotta go and find First Mate Warren. Let's see, where is he at? Ah, he was right behind me. Cool. Wallen it is.
What? Oh, hey there. You startled me.
Sorry about that.
And I seem to find me hat.
Do you need some help?
Sure. Me needs you to go looky in them there boxes, and if you find it, let me know.
Okay. Now, we want to go and click all three of these boxes. They're all treasure chests. So, in this, there's a small hat, there's Wallen's hat, a small bag race, Wallen's hat, and threadbare tunic. Let's loot all of that. And even though it's a no-trade item, we're going to go ahead and loot it anyway. My understanding is this is a free trade server, so I don't know how that's going to end up looking. Let's go for this treasure chest here. This box is empty. And this one here is empty as well. So, first of all, I just opened up my bags there. Let's come over here and talk to Warren again.
Ah, me hat! Was worried. See, this hat gives me the luck.
Glad to help.
Now me is safe, thanks to ye. Here, take this charm. You may find a use for it.
Thanks, Wallen.
Well now, Ingrid over there can show you the rest of the ship. May needs to plot the course to the Isles now.
Okay. And so we have a mariner's charm here. Let's accept that. And now we go over to Ingrid.
Hello. How are you?
Good, thanks. How about you?
I am fine. Just after the last pickup, I have been working extra hard since Vim said she would give me the piece of Luckland she found.
Vim?
Yes, Vim, the merchant over there. She found a small piece of the moon and is having me work for it. Maybe you can go buy it from her for me.
Sure, but I have no money.
Maybe you have something she will buy. Why don't you go talk to her?
Sure. So, here we go. Off to find Merchant Vim. Which makes me think of Madam Vim. If you know, I suppose. Alright, first though, I want to put on probably this threadbare tunic. So that we have something to wear. And then we'll speak to the merchant here. We need to sell the mariner's charm that we just got from that dude. And then we can buy the shard of Lukeland that girl over there wanted, right? We got it. And off we go. Back to England.
Ah, you got the shard! Great! Now I can stop doing this work and enjoy the rest of this trip. Here is some coin for your help.
Thanks. Okay, so now you need to go and talk to Captain Varlos again. He's up here.
Avast ye, we need to talk.
What is it?
Well, 'tis bit of a problem. You see, there be rats on board. The vermin keep eating the supplies, and I need ya to go feed them to the deep before they eat anything else.
So you want me to kill them?
Yeah, that's what we'd be needing.
How do you expect me to kill them?
With this ear cloak, it is nice and splintered. Sure to cause them some pain. Ha ha.
Aye, aye, Captain. So we accept this splintered club. We go over to the bags and let's just double click it. And it puts it on. But really, I would rather have the wizard staff that I already had, I think, than that. So I'm gonna put it back on. And then we have all these rats that we can kill. So let's just do one of these here. It's the solar flare. And that's a pretty good little spell for the level we're at, like level 1. Now, let's get this guy here. So that leveled us up to level 2, and now it's time to go and talk to Captain Barlos again.
You made quick work of them vermin.
Thanks.
Wait, is that the... It can be. Quick, Ingrid! Secure the loot! I'll be at Rakota off the foul! Quick now! Secure those chests!
There he is. The Dracoda in question. He's a very large Dracoda.
Blimey, that was close. It's been here 2 months since the last reported sighting of one of them. That damn goblin has escaped. But look, the beautiful ship is on fire. He must put an end to his life before he tears the ship apart.
Alright, so here's the goblin chasing around our friend Ingrid over there. Fortunately, being a mage, we'll make pretty short work of him, I think. So now this is the new spell we got. Magma Chamber inflicts 19 to 32 heat damage on target, stuns target, epic targets get an immunity, stun effects, etc. So let's cast that, and then cast the Solar Flare. And then I failed to loot this body, but it doesn't look like it's lootable. Completed all the tasks assigned to me by Captain Barlos aboard the far journey. I had thought that since the corpse was still laying there, it might have some loot, but no such luck. Let's come back over to Captain Barlos here and talk to him.
Ah, you saved the far journey and me crew. It seems you proved to be quite a hero. Well, with the help of that young lass there, you do.
Gander said hello. We'll say hi back. Alright, it was nothing.
There be the island of refuge. Get ready to drop anchor. Just let me know when you want to go ashore.
Okay.
Ingrid, swing the lead and prepare to drop anchor.
Continue.
So, you ready to go ashore, matey?
Yes, send me to the Isle of
Don't
Refuge.
you mind? We get paid to do that.
Good point. Alright, now we're on Queen's Colony. Let's see who all's here right now. Got a quest, welcome to Norath, right off. I should speak through Rashar. He is at the entrance to Mirren's tower in the center of the colony. Now I wonder... Let's see here. Let's do /friend. So I have a friend who's already in. We will get this Shar's Faith as a reward for this. So let's come over here first of all to Muro Shar.
Welcome. I have been anticipating your arrival. Your skills are greatly needed here at the Queen's Colony.
Alright, let's say, who are you?
I am Murar Shar, General of the Royal Antonican Guard and Protector of Queen Antonia Bale. I have been sent here to uncover the source of the disturbance plaguing this island.
And we'll say, what is the purpose of this colony?
Queen's Colony was established as a training ground for prospective citizens of Kinos. Our great city needs valiant defenders.
We'll say, tell me more about Kinos.
Kinos is a grand city that stands on the western shores of the continent of Karen. It is a place where truth and justice are valued above all else. It is ruled by the brave and noble Queen Antonia Bale. Our kingdom is a bright light that stands against the dark empire of Freeport.
Tell me about Freeport.
Freeport is a city of cruelty and malice, governed by its selfish overlord, Lucan Delir. He is a dangerous madman who seeks to conquer Norath and hold us all in his iron grip. Beware his lies.
I will do so. How can I be of service to the colony?
Your future is as bright as your heart, but there are perils in this world that only the mightiest of adventurers may overcome. Live for Kinos, and Kinos will live for you.
I'm ready to learn, Murrah.
I'm very glad to hear it. Go and speak to Trainer Hale McGinnis, just northwest of here near the archway. I've written his name in your journal. He will teach you the basics of combat.
I will do as you ask. So we've got a reward over here for the first quest. We get Char's Faith, which is a ring with one primary attribute boost and a stamina. So let's accept this, and then accept this quest over here. So let's put this ring on, tell him thanks, and move over to the trainer guy. But on the way, we'll have a bunch of things spawning in here, including these budding gardens, and you've got roots. Those you can harvest and you can craft with them later. There's also often a shiny lurking around these parts, and there are a couple of collections that you can complete on this item. One of them is feathers, and one of them is shells. So this is going to be for shells right here. So we got the clamshell. Let's go ahead and loot that and add it to our collection. There's also a quest that you can get from killing these crabs. So I think I'm going to kill a couple and see if we can grab that quest early on. I should have turned it to where it automatically puts you in melee combat rather than in ranged combat, which is what I think is going on right now. If we press K, we can see a lot of our things, right? We want to probably go ahead and put sprint on here for when we need to run away from things. Other than that, ranged attack will come in handy eventually. I have sprint currently there, looks like. Let's clear that hotkey and then see what else on that one on here. I don't have transmuting yet, although transmuting is already in the game. Now for spells, these are the only three we have at the moment. Upgrades and research won't matter for this server. So, neither will summon familiar. A lot of these things won't be too much help. We do have call for help. Let's put that right by the run, because you want to call for help and run pretty simultaneously when you're running from something. Alright, let's kill some more of these crabs real fast. There's a shiny that spawned right there, but didn't want to quite Cassiria for it. Alright, that leveled me up to 3. And we've got some crab meat to loot, but what we don't have is the quest I was hoping to get here. Unfortunate, but truly. That gives us a dot. So, this is a dot, this is a dot. This one stuns the creatures as well. This one just does damage over time. No luck on the quest so far. Maybe soon. I won't try to get it for too much longer because I want to move forward with the quest line. but I will go get that shiny over there first. The respawn rate on the crabs is phenomenally fast. So, you don't have to hang out here too long before you get more. I'll do this one and then you go on. Alright, let's go over to Trainer Hale McGinnis at the training grounds northwest of Wuoshi and grab this shiny on the way. This would be a feather. So if it appears on the beach, then it's a clamshell, and if it appears over in this area, then it's a feather.
Hello there. I'm here to teach new recruits the basics of combat. Murar told me you show great promise.
I'd like to learn about combat so that I can help the colony.
Okay, let's see what you're made of. One of the nearby sparring partners to my left will be happy to test your mettle. Challenge any one of them and return to me when you've earned a victory.
How do I challenge a foe in battle?
Starting combat is easy. Just use your mouse pointer to left-click on an opponent. Its name will appear in the target window in the upper left of your screen. You can also use the Tab key to cycle through nearby targets, or the F8 key to select your closest enemy.
How do I begin the battle?
If you're close enough to your foe and want to start hitting it with your weapon, either click your melee attack button on your hotbar, or press the tilde key. Or you can begin by using one of your spells or combat arts to get the enemy's attention. Remember, you must be close enough to actually hit them.
So I can fight anyone or anything I want?
You can fight most non-player characters and creatures that you find outside your city, whether outdoors or in dungeons. Many non-player characters in the cities are there to help or give you quests, so you can't attack some of them. If you try, you'll get a message telling you that they aren't valid targets.
Alright, I think, well, I guess you can tell me about melee combat.
Means a toe-to-toe physical confrontation. It is a combination of auto-attack damage that happens automatically when you press the melee attack button on your hotbar, or the tilde key, and spells or combat arts that you use in close proximity to your foe.
What classes specialize in melee combat?
Sturdy fighters such as guardians, berserkers, monks, and paladins stand at the front lines of battle facing the enemy. Crafty scouts such as swashbucklers, rangers, troubadours, and dirges generally stay close to their foes as well, but prefer to launch attacks from the back or side where they are less likely to be counterattacked.
Alright, I'm going to go with I'll come back later. We're going to go ahead and move forward with these sparring partners over here. So we'll get this formidable sparring partner. Now, really, I want to move these things to the bottom bar down here. I guess I may as well. So, my hotbars do not allow dragging right now because I have them set like that. But we go to hotbar settings and we do allow draggable icons. And we can drag this down here. And then we're going to want to drag this down here. And that's kind of the order that I'll be clicking in for the most part. Then we'll cancel that so that it keeps our stuff from
So, did you defeat the sparring partner like I asked?
I was victorious, so that I prevent myself from accidentally dragging stuff.
And are ready for greater challenges. If you want further instruction later, just come see me. But right now, you must report back to Murar, so that you can discover what's behind the trouble here at the colony.
I'll report back to Murar.
Hello again. Have you passed the test that Trainer Hale McGinnis set before you?
I defeated my sparring partner and learned about combat.
I'm glad to hear it, for now we have need of our courage. Until recently, our colony lived in peace with a clan of goblins known as the Sapswill that reside on the other side of the island. But for some unknown reason, they have begun to attack us. We need to begin an investigation at once to get to the bottom of this. Will you help?
I'll be glad to. What can I do?
The goblins have started attacking us from the west. We're not sure what sparked the uprising, but they are now relentlessly trying to invade the colony. I need you to go see how our defenders are doing at the west gate and gather any information you can. Speak with Sergeant Haggis at the barricades and see what you can do to assist him.
I will do so. Now, we're going to accept the quest reward from the last one, which are these Canosian cloth mitts over here, and then we'll accept this quest.
Good luck.
Thanks. Let's put those on. And I do have a couple of things that I could sell. I think I want to sell the crab meat to a vendor, but not the splintered cloak. So the merchant in this area is right here. It's Hannah Deep Pockets. A general good salesman, so we can go over to her, click that tab for sell, and sell these 6 crab meats. I think I don't want to sell the splintered cloak right now, so we'll put that not for sale. Now, what else do I have in the bags? I've got a few things sitting there. I should check and see, first of all, how much money I have at the moment. I have 1 silver and 10 copper. Let's see how much it costs to get a small bag. A rawhide leather rucksack costs 54 copper. We're going to want to go ahead and do that because we're going to need a way to carry around more things. So now we have 2 more bags, and that'll keep us from getting full quite as quickly. I'm going to come on out to Sergeant Haggis over here. Got a discovery thing.
Scampering whelps will never break through. Oh, hello there. What's that? Mirar sent you?
Yes, he was wondering how our defenses are holding.
Well, the goblins aren't very powerful. They're definitely tenacious. It's almost as if they have no mind of their own and are throwing themselves at us like flies onto a swatter.
Could you use some help?
Aye, you're a gutsy one, aren't you? Well, I'll give you a chance to prove your strength. Fend off some of these invading sapswill, and we'll see how you fare.
Will do. Alright, so we'll come run out here and get some of these sapswills that are running around. Made it to level 4 now. And we got a new spell there. This is another damage over time, it looks like. And it also decreases the mitigation of the target versus elemental damage by 69. So it's a debuff and also a damage over time. So let's put that on probably second. Change the hotbar settings so I can move the stuff around. Let's put this after the stun. And now this is going to be a passive buff, basically. It increases stamina of the caster by 1.6, increases focus and defense by 2, mitigation versus physical damage by 20, and mitigation versus elemental monstrous arcane damage by 99. So we'll go ahead and turn that on, and then I'll move that over to here as something that we want on all the time. Cancel out of that. And see about this sapswill invader right here. So that was all of those that I needed. So we can return to Sergeant Haggis.
By the hilt of the claymore, you're a strong one. I could use your strength for another task.
I'm ready.
A platoon of my soldiers set out a while ago and hasn't returned. Search Sunset Meadow for these soldiers and return to me with your findings.
I will. Alright, so we're looking past the barricades for signs of the missing soldiers. Well, I got bad news. Report the bad news to Sergeant Haggis, says our journal.
They'll pay for this. You've done well. Sometime when you're not so busy, maybe you take a job with the Kinos Guard and we can fight alongside one another again. Take this information back to Mirar. Farewell.
Farewell to you. And off we go, back toward Barar. But I do want to check and see if there's any shiny. There is one right over there. I want to try to finish these collections while still on the island, if possible. We got a duck feather. That's something we already have one of.
Yes, these reports are disturbing indeed. I cannot place the source that tainted our beloved soldiers.
I agree. There's something behind all this.
I can assure you that we will find out, though. In the meantime, here is a reward for your continued assistance.
I'm ready to help now.
Ready to continue, eh? The dead soldiers were resurrected by something most evil and bent on destroying the colony. Recently, the wildlife on the island has felt the effects of the evil as well. I must get some samples from those creatures so that I can examine them more closely.
I can do that.
Thank you, but I have already sent a skilled hunter to do the job. Maybe you should check up on him, though, and make sure things are going well. He's been out in the Tainted Forest for a while now. Look for Shadur up the stairs on the north side of Sunset Meadow.
Will do.
Thank you for the help.
Of course. Now let's accept this reward from our last quest. It's a pair of puffs. Let's put those on. And before I go do anything else, I'm going to come and talk to this guy here.
Hello!
He says, "Hello, my friend. I have the pleasure of serving Kinos by explaining the role of crafting and trade skills to newly arrived heroes such as you. By taking on the role of an artisan, you can help expand the influence of our fair city and worldwide commerce." I'll say, how does one take up crafting? He says crafting, or trade skilling as some call it, involves taking ingredients harvested or obtained in the world, mixing them with the proper fuel, and carefully following a specific recipe to create something new and useful for yourself and or your fellow citizens. Just as you can gain levels by adventuring, you have a separate artisan level that increases as you earn experience crafting. And I say, where does one perform crafting? He says crafting takes place in workshops, just like the one we have here on this island. Inside the workshops, you will find the fuel and devices you'll need to build, cook, scribe, sew, and create all manner of useful goods. When you arrive in our grand city, you will find the entrance to a similar workshop in your home village. I say, can I make a variety of items? He says, as you practice your craft, you will learn to make a variety of products, but as you advance in your profession, you will specialize in certain types of goods. As you acquire new recipe books, you will learn new types of items you can make. I say, what could I specialize in? He says you might choose to become a provisioner that makes food and drink, a woodworker that crafts totems and staves, an armorer that forges plates and chain armor, a sage that scribes potent spells for mages and priests, or one of many other noble professions. I say, where do I learn recipes? He says basic recipes can be bought for a small fee from a merchant near the workshops in the cities. Rare recipes can be obtained by adventuring in the wilds of Norath. You may want to trade goods or services with other adventurers and artisans to obtain such valuable recipes. You can view the recipe book by pressing the N key. Right, N key. It looks like this. What can I do with the items I make? He says you can either use the items yourself or make a tidy profit by selling them to others. The skilled artisan is always in demand for the goods they provide, so learn to craft well and you will always have a place in Kino's society. I say, do you have further advice? He says, here's a handbook that will provide you with some basic reference material to start with. Once you reach Kinos, you will find a trade skill tutor within your local crafting workshop who can teach you more about crafting in further detail. I say thank you for the guidance. Then we're going to open this, and we're going to right-click on this and read it. It says Handbook of the Ironforge Exchange. Kinos has rebuilt itself countless times over the ages. The constant threat that weaves its way through our city is the quality of the goods produced and the services provided by our own residents. We all have skills and talents to share with the community. Kinos Ironforge Exchange gives our creativity an outlet that is not only good for our artistic nature, but the city as well. We're in Ironforge, Kinos Ironforge Exchange. We go to the next page. The life of an artisan is not for everyone, yet those who answer its call prosper not only in body and spirit, but also in mind. And, of course, one cannot overlook the financial gains possible through hard work and dedication to one's art. Being an artisan is not a path for everyone, but those who follow this way of life find it worthy of their time and effort. Your first step to becoming an artisan is to locate the trade skill area within your home village. This should be marked on your map and will most likely be accessed through a small trapdoor. Inside, you will find a broker, some representatives of the Ironforge Exchange, a fuel vendor, and the Trade Skill Delegate. Trade Skill Delegate can teach you more about how to become an artisan. In order to create items, an artisan will need to obtain raw harvests. These can be purchased from others, but the cheapest alternative, and one that the Ironforge Exchange endorses, is to gather your own. You can harvest apprentice supplies, to begin learning to craft in areas around Kinos, such as the Peat Bog, located through Starcrest Commune or Nettleville, Oak Mist Forest, and the caves, accessed by ringing the Mariner's Bell or on one of the village docks, or the Forest Ruins, accessed via Baubleshire or Willowwood. Every artisan's skills and desires can take them on different paths through life. You will find new doors open to you as you continue to grow and prosper as a local artisan. As you progress in skill, you will decide which type of craft to specialize in. To choose your specialty, you will speak to the crafting trainer who stands near the entrance of each crafting area in the villages. As you gain in skill, you will be able to purchase new recipes from the crafting trainer also. Advanced recipes that will teach you to make more valuable mastercrafted items can be obtained through adventuring or from those who adventure. The broker is a good resource to search for these if you have not yet made an acquaintance of many others in your new home. The Ironforge Exchange is comprised of all artisans and merchants who own shops within the city of Kinos. This faction manages the city's broker system, and all vendors who use them must pay a tax used for their upkeep. The merchants of Kinos are always quick to lend a helping hand with any task that benefits their realm or its people. They often compromise with the other factions of Kinos and will sometimes make decisions that result in a financial loss but benefits the greater good. No amount of profit is worth more than the prosperity of all Antonicans. The Ironforge Exchange is an extremely integral part of the rebuilding of Kinos. The Ironforge Exchange headquarters is located in North Kinos, opposite the bank. As you increase in skill as an artisan, you may offer to provide your services to aid the city of Kinos. Representatives of the Ironforge Exchange will offer you work order tasks for items that are currently needed for use or trade. Completing those tasks will not only earn your experience in your trade and a small monetary reimbursement, but will also improve your standing in the eyes of the Ironforge Exchange. Work order representatives can be found at the Ironforge Exchange headquarters, as well as in most crafting areas in the outlying villages. If you are in sufficient status with the Ironforge Exchange to merit membership, the Ironforge Exchange faction merchant located in North Kinos will sell you a title certificate should you wish to purchase an official title from the society. You will also be granted access to purchase a number of other amenities, including house items, uniforms, and some of the society's most closely guarded recipes. Membership in the Ironforge Exchange is not mandatory, but there are rewards should you wish to dedicate yourself to their cause. As you advance in your trade, consider the path you wish to pursue. There are three main branches of craft: the craftsmen, the outfitters, and the scholars. Once you progress to the 9th rank of skill, you will need to choose which branch or archetype you wish to pursue. At your 19th rank of skill, you will choose your final specialty. As you specialize, you will continue to learn new recipes in your area of specialty, but you will no longer learn recipes for crafts in other areas. The three types of craftsmen are carpenter, provisioner, and woodworker. Carpenters make furniture for decorating your home, strongboxes for bank storage, altars, and sales containers for use on the broker. Provisioners make food and drink to keep adventurers fighting in top form, and woodworkers make wooden weapons and shields, bows and arrows, magical totems, and harvesting tools. Outfitters are armorers, tailors, and weaponsmiths. Armorers specialize in plate and chainmail armor and metal shields. Tailors make cloth and leather armor, fancy dress clothing, hex dolls, backpacks, and containers for throwing ammo. Weaponsmiths specialize in metal weapons of all types. Scholars are alchemists, jewelers, and sages. Alchemists specialize in potions and poisons and also make combat art upgrades for fighter types. Jewelers make items of jewelry and also combat art upgrades for scout types. And sages make spell upgrades for mages and healers. Besides the 9 main artisan trades, there are also the skills of tinkering and transmuting that can be learned by anybody, in addition to their normal profession. Tinkering is the process created by gnomes many centuries ago. It is the art of making mechanical gadgets and gizmos to make life a little easier. You can create devices that will enhance your own abilities in combat. Most of these can only be safely operated by yourself and other tinkers, however, as the mechanisms are far too complex for non-tinkerers to understand. Since many tinkered items are adventuring related, it can be useful secondary crafts to augment an adventurer's abilities. Transmuting is the art of breaking down unused items into components, and adorning allows you to use the results to make adornments. Adornments are items that can be applied to your equipment to permanently enhance the equipment. Only those who have studied the skill of adorning can create adornments. However, any interested artisan may learn transmuting, adorning, tinkering, or all three. Sorry about that. Those interested in learning more about tinkering, transmuting, or adorning can consult trainers available on the continent of Fador in the city of Kelithan or at the docks in Butcherblock Mountains. Should you decide at any time to change your profession as an artisan, Fidelia Ricola, the career counselor at the Iron Forge Exchange headquarters, can assist you in retraining to start a new profession. Should you choose to pursue the life of an artisan, you may wish to keep this manual in your room for reference as needed. It is not a path for everyone to follow, but those who pursue it can be of great service to their friends in the city if they choose to. Establish your reputation by doing your best at whatever task is before you. Over time, you will build your own clientele of satisfied customers who clamor for your work. Kinos is filled with many beautiful things. We look forward to adding your work toward the enhancement of our city. Alright, the long and short of that is that we now have a book that we can use to find out where to go theoretically in order to do some of those crafting related things. I want to stop over at the banker, I think. Maybe I can put this bag in the bank. That may be helpful. This small bag can go here. And now we've removed those items that are in that bag from our inventory as well. So, move this bag over here so that things automatically fall into that bag. Here's the Mender. Mender, that guy will come in handy later on. He says, "Hello there, Perky. Menders like me repair your equipment after it is damaged due to death. For more information on repairs, speak to trainer Zidget Rudder nearby. I'll fix your gear for a small fee, but Menders and Kinos won't be quite so generous." "Thanks, I will do so," I say. Menders and Kinos will in fact fix your gear, but they will charge you a little bit for it. Okay, now we're going to come over here because a couple of things. For one, there's a quest over here, and for another, there's a shiny that normally spawns over here as well. Let's pick up Epic Wobblecong's quest.
Why, hello there. I was just sitting here, waiting for the boat to Kinos.
Why are you going to Kinos?
Oh, I'm going there to meet my father. He dropped me off on this island because he was afraid our boat wouldn't make the trip. I begged him to stay, but he said he had urgent news for Kinos.
What was the news?
I'm not quite sure. He was in such a hurry that he never told me. Also, I may have been a little distracted by his ship. It was really amazing.
When was the ship distracted?
Well, because it was underwater, of course. Have you ever seen a boat that runs beneath the waves? I certainly haven't. It was such genius. I spent the entire voyage inspecting it.
Go on.
I'm certain he hadn't planned on it falling below the surface. It's just another example of our curse, I suppose.
What curse?
Surely you've heard of the Wobblecog family curse of miscalculation. No? No. I suppose you haven't, have you? Well, it doesn't appear that the boat is here yet. I imagine I've got time to tell you about our curse if you'd like to hear it.
Yes, I'd like that.
Very well. It began long ago in Akanon, when the king decided to hold a contest. It was grand. The king invited everyone to make a clockwork king, and the one that most resembled him would win.
Please go on.
The two favored inventors were my ancestor, Tizik Wobblecog, and an ingenious but maligned tinkerer named Meldrath. They both submitted their designs, and after much deliberation, it was found that the Wobblecog plan provided a much more accurate interpretation of the king.
What happened then?
Tizik's clockwork became the royal doppelganger, of course, and Meldrath became infuriated. he placed a curse on my family that has lasted every generation from then onward.
Do go on.
He cursed us with miscalculation. It's nearly driven my family to madness.
That does sound bothersome.
We are the most ingenious inventors, you see. We have truly inspired ideas, but cannot ever see them through to completion because we fumble some inane formula.
That sounds devastating.
Oh, it is. Take my father, for instance. We thought he had finally overcome the curse when he made that boat. Oh, it looked so beautiful, and was more complete than any other Wobblecog invention has been in centuries.
I see.
Then, as soon as we got it out in the ocean, it sunk like a rock. Who knew iron wouldn't float?
How did you get here if the boat sunk?
Luckily, my father had compensated for the curse. He knew something was bound to go wrong, so he completely encapsulated the boat, making it watertight just in case something went awry. Sure enough, the moment she left the berth, the ticking talk fell straight to the sea floor.
But it moved along the floor?
Oh yes, there were several waterproof whirligigs set up in a Flagnuvian configuration to displace the Maganominal Knocknards.
I see.
So here I am, sitting on the dock with all of the extra Huh? Oh, this seems to be a bit of a problem.
Hey Shadow, how you doing? Now I see what's wrong.
I'm missing the extra parts that my father asked me to collect. Oh no, this is disastrous. I can't leave the dock because I'll miss the boat, and I can't go to Kino's without those parts. Oh, what am I going to do?
Maybe I can help.
You do that? For me? Oh, thank you very, very much. I'll stay here and ask the boat captain to wait for you to return, should he come. Now, I'm missing 3 parts, and I have no idea where they could be. I know they're on the island, somewhere.
What parts are you missing?
I'm missing a size 7 clunker, a copper-coated springer, and a triangle spinner. If you could find them and bring them to me, I'd be forever grateful.
I'll get right on it. Alright, so we'll accept that.
All the parts. I can't leave without them, and luckily the boat to Kino's hasn't showed up yet. Please, help me find all the parts.
Okay. Now, there's also another quest this direction down in the water. And I want to go ahead and pick that up, I think. What is this here? Sandy Bone Shard. Okay, that's the crabs quest that I mentioned you could get. Now, some of these things are going to be accurate, like that razor tooth shark, which you can see by the red around its name. Ooh, the wolf is also up. We want to not go near that guy. I would most certainly be killed. There's a shiny somewhere. There it is. A little bit near the wolf. Maybe it won't aggro on us. Who knows? So we have an abalone shell. Add that to the collection. There's a saber-toothed shark probably going to jump on me. Maybe not. I may not have been close enough to it, but we'll run up on here so that if it did, it'll be no longer on me now. Let's see. The quest in question, I believe, is underwater. Right over here, maybe? Maybe not. There it is. Okay, it's this statue. Alright, so, for that we'll get a castaway stash. It says, I found a statue under the waters that appears to be of a lesser deity named Lasidia. After reading the inscription chiseled on it, I feel a great need to make the waters around me safer. My immediate thought is to remove the threat to others that the razor-toothed sharks pose. We'll accept that quest. Lasidia, as divinely merciful as she is beautiful, deliverer of the drowned and caretaker of the castaway. A feeling of purpose surrounds you and penetrates you. You feel a sudden desire to make the waters around you a safer place. Alright, now, looking in our journal, let's see what the order is. It looks like we want to start with... Well, okay, we can't actually finish Evic's parts right now. But we can get an update for it, because I've got a shiny over here, so I'm going toward that. But if we go out into the water a good ways, we'll run across one of the parts that Ebik needs for his boat. Shadow, how you been doing? Got the muscle shell. We're only one thing away from finishing that quest, I think. Moving right along with it. And I think I'll kill this coast crab, see if we can get that other quest to drop over here. Small chest. There it is. Sandy bone shard. Very nice. Let's loot that, and then we can double click it in the bags and accept this quest. I found a sandy bone shard in the claws of a crab here on the island of refuge. After looking closely at it, I could see some designs etched on the surface. If I could find the other pieces and fix them, I might have something to take from the island when I leave. So let's accept that quest. And we can knock out some of these crabs here. Let's get a few of them. And turn on the auto attack as well. Actually thought that was going to kill him, so I didn't feel the need to stay on. Thought wrong, apparently. Shadow says, I'm fine, thank you. Been away some time. Yes, you have. Where you been? What you been doing? How am I? I'm doing fine. Just fine. I've been playing some EverQuest Legends on the beta server. I don't know if you have a beta key on that or not, but they're going to be doing the pre-orders for it starting next week. Shadow says, thinking about opening EQ1 again. They got a new server like EQ2 also. I say yes. And also, as mentioned, EverQuest Legends is supposed to be EverQuest 1 reimagined. So you might want to check into it. I've never played EverQuest 1, so I can't really tell you exactly how much it is or isn't like EverQuest Legends, but it's supposed to be very, very similar, except that you start out with a dual class, and then at level 10 you can add a third class, and it's supposed to be more casual and solo friendly with there's level 5 there, but yes, more casual and solo friendly, and also with more quality of life things added, they say. Alright, let's grab this shiny over here. Shadow says, think I saw it's in its private servers, if I recall. How do you mean? Basically, you can change the difficulty of your levels that you're in as well. So, if something is super easy and you want to raise its difficulty, then you just you click to choose what difficulty level you want, and then it will zone you into a new instance to do that. There are definitely a lot of people in the beta. Oh no, it is definitely official daybreak. I just ran right over that. There it is. Under the water, we've got this part for Ebik. It's a copper-coated springer. Now let's go ahead and root this guy. We also got the heroic opportunity unlocked there. So let's click that, and you see that there will be things blinking on the hotbars. Those things will begin a heroic opportunity. And you have different heroic opportunities depending on how many people are participating in it. And just like there are some common wins and there are some rare wins. But yeah, Shadow, the pre-orders open for that on the 16th, and you can start on the beta as soon as you get that, I believe, if you don't already have a beta key. Now, I want to move this, but I don't think I want to move it yet. I'll keep it there for now. So the lowest level thing I have is Into the Tainted Forest, other than Ebik's Missing Parts. Ebik's Missing Parts is going to be finished much later, though, because one of its pieces is in an area with the goblins. We won't get to it for a while. Let's grab this shiny over here. It's Falcon Feather. Add that. So, I want to put them on in that order, I think, for now. We're to go seek out Predator Shadur in the Tainted Forest, west into Sunset Meadow, and then north up the hill. And I think I will go gather these rocks, because rocks are a little harder to come by than other things are once we get out of here. So, I would like to grab them while there will be some easy get right here. And we'll get our skill up too on mining. There are a couple of ways to harvest. You can click on the thing that you're wanting to harvest, or you can click the F key when you have it targeted, and that'll also harvest it. Here's Predator Shadur right here. He says, "Rah, the day is grim. Has this world lost all of its goodness and left us with this cold husk? I suppose you were sent by Marar, but my job has been halted. I say, easy there, all is not lost, I can help." He says, "Help was a word I didn't expect to hear, but I'm most likely beyond helping. See, I was sent here to collect samples from the wildlife that has become tainted, but on my hunt I was ambushed by the nearby goblins. My bow and arrows were lost in the scuffle. I say, maybe I can find your bow and arrows." He says, "I'm sure my bow is in the hands of those tainted sapswell tappers that ambushed me. You might try, but I don't expect much." I say, "Don't worry, I'll find it." Shadow says, "Okay, take care, Kippo. Have to go to bed now. Might drop in during the week. Have a fun stream. Thank you very much. It was nice seeing you, Shadow. It's been a while." Alright, I should have done that first. Rude him. Man, my words. We've got an eagle feather that time. Moving right along in those collections. Oops. Unfortunately, since I did not choose a scout, I don't have track on this character. Track is very useful. Also, I wonder why I decided to attack this toxic crawler. I don't actually need it yet. I'm not sure what I was thinking. But I think this fellow here is why we don't have any goblins running around. But we did get the bow, so it doesn't actually matter. Let's head back over to Shadur over here. This is my bow. You did this for me. Maybe this day is not so bad. Maybe you found my arrows too. I say there were no arrows to be found. He says, "Well, there goes the day again. What's a bow without arrows? Only good sticks I've found to make arrow shafts or by that spider den." I say, "Be at ease, my friend. I can get the sticks." Then let's talk to Dianira over here.
I'm trying to listen to the silence. Whisper, please.
I say, listen to the silence.
Away from the noise over in the camp. I like standing here. You can see where you've been and where you can go. You know what awaits you if you go further in. If only everything were as simple as that, where all your choices are clear and you can see what awaits.
I say, the view's not so clear from here.
True, but it's clearer than, say, the difference between good and evil. All those around here who are good avoid me because I was born evil. I grew up in Freeport. Does that make them better than me somehow? That I chose to leave Freeport to work on behalf of the Queen only recently? Who knows? Yet, I must be evil. I can sense the evil in others.
What evil do you mean? Or what evil do you sense, rather?
They say that there is a taint rising from an unknown source, polluting this place and corrupting the inhabitants. I feel it is much simpler than that. There are spiders in the tainted forest, poisonous ones. With their venom, they can cause untold suffering. The search for evil sometimes has a mundane cause. We must rid the colony of these spiders.
I'll do what I can. I will accept that quest.
Us to find the answers. They're never handed to us.
I will be back when I'm done with these spiders. Alright, so I like to go from lowest level quests to highest level quests as much as possible so that I don't gray things out as much. So let's first search for the wood near the spider den, but we'll also be killing spiders as we go along to do that. Well, that's alright. I helped that guy out a bit, maybe. He's trying to chain it for my own purposes, but that's okay. Oh, he is coming after me anyway, so I did. I don't think I have combat locked, so I could have done it. Now, every time you damage something that you have chained like this, it has the opportunity to break your chain. So just so you know, you won't be entirely dependent on that, and be aware of what you're doing here. Those guys are getting those crawlers. I still need 2 more, but I'm not going to fight those folks for it. I'm just going to come get these piles of sticks that are in here. Going to get a little bit ahead on this quest because everybody's after spiders at the moment. We've got Predator Shadura right here. He says, "You do this for me again? I can fletch these sticks into perfect arrows. You, my friend, have turned my eyes. It's a great day. I know we can beat this menace." I say, "That's the spirit." He says, "You know, come to think of it, I did get a few small samples before I lost my bow. Why don't you take them back to Mirar to see if they'll do?" I say, "You've already got some samples?" But he says, "No, really, go ahead. With your help finding my gear, you've shown that there is light in this dim hour. You will live to fight another day." I say, "Great, I know Mirar's waiting for these." Alright, so let's head back over to Mirar. And maybe when we come back in that area, the spiders will be available. And here he is.
Good hunt to you.
He says, "Good, the samples. I'll need to consult with Mirren about them, but in the meantime, here's your reward. Come back to me later, and hopefully these samples will prove worthy." I say, "Thanks." Then let's accept this reward, which is a hat. Let's put that on. and then we'll talk to him again.
Samples have been examined and my worst fear has been realized. A poisonous mist clings to the tissue, eating and controlling it. I suspect necromancy, but from whom?
I'm guessing you'd like me to find out.
That I do. My best guess is that the goblin leader, High Chieftain Grex, is involved. He is the most powerful and influential figure to the goblins. If he were somehow corrupted, the goblins would follow any orders he demanded.
You want me to confront the chieftain now?
First things first, we need to break through to the goblin village. I have assigned this duty to cleric Mara Vane. Seek her out and see how you can help.
Will do. We'll accept that quest.
She can be found at the head of Dead Canyon to the west.
I'll head there now. Alright, we're going to stop over again at this merchant here and see if we can sell anything and buy some more bags. So, let's sell our arachnid legs. Let's put not for sale on the clamshell and hide not for sale, and then sell the crab meat as well. Now we have enough to buy a few more bags. And we'll just buy as many as we can. Because in addition to having some filling out your little inventory slots here, you also are going to want some for the bank. So this is a 4-slot bag. I think this is as well. Let's go ahead and put this one into the bank, and then put those two into the bag slots here. One there, and one there. Now we have a little bit of room. Now, cool thing about this is that you can auto bank. So we have things like this that we want to keep, and we can just drop them here, and it'll put them into the first available slot in the bags. We want to keep a hold of this because we need it to update that quest, I believe. But we can put the handbook in here, and we can put all of these collectibles in here as well. Or not collectibles, raw materials. There we go. Let's see. I have opened up my bank bag instead. Alright. So that's everything that's needed here. In fact, if I were going to make multiple characters on this server, then I would want to put these bags into the shared bank and put the crafting materials in there. I don't know that I necessarily am going to, so I'm just going to leave it as it is for now. Wouldn't hurt anything to do that, but it's not necessary. Okay, off we go. And now we have a lot of it. When we open the bags, we have all of those slots. There are 4 slots per bag, 6 bags, so you got 24 slots there. And I'm going to come run around this direction again and see if we have any rocks to harvest. Looks like my friend is already up to level 13 and is in the caves. Nice. Moving right along. I'm sure he is probably not crafting. I won't have too much longer that I'll be able to continue for the moment because I have somewhere that I need to move for at 5 o'clock. It's currently 4:46, so not much time. I'll go and check and see if those spiders are up. If they are, I'll try to take them down. Otherwise, I'll go update with Cleric Marvane. Looks like we do have a couple up. So let's grab them. I'm gonna chain this guy and put an AoE, or no, a dot on him, sorry. And then do the same here. We haven't seen the heroic opportunity go off yet. I'll have to show that to you later. We got an arachnid leg there. We have this quest update. It gives us parchment scrap. So when that goes into your bags, when you get on there, you can right-click and examine, or you can just double-click. It says the edges of the parchment are torn and jagged as though ripped from a much larger document. To examine the parchment, you can barely make out some writing on the scrap. The toxic colors would be useful to cover the totem. The reference to a totem is puzzling. Why would someone want a totem covered in spiders? There must be more pieces of this parchment amongst the toxic crawlers. Let's put the parchment away. And now we're supposed to get an update on this quest. I need to put the parchment pieces together to learn more about toxic crawlers. So we come here again. We can double-click or right-click and examine. The edges of the parchment are torn and jagged as though ripped from a much larger document. Let's put the pieces of parchment together. You line up the parchment pieces. The newest piece adds enough new words that you can read. The toxic crawlers would be useful to cover our tracks. Leave the totem in the eastern rocks. Apparently, Leonara's concern about the spiders is well placed, though not for the reasons she thinks. I must find more of this parchment to learn what the totem means. Carefully roll the parchment and stow it away. Let's open this treasure chest here. We've got a spider leg bow, which would be cool if we were scouts, but we're not. I actually don't care about that guy, so I'm just going to chain him and leave him because I don't want to take it from somebody else. I do need to go to the rock pile over there, but I think, yeah, that's further along the map. Well, it looks like they're the same level. I just ran right by her. Cleric Maravan right here.
Do not fret. The hand of Kinos reaches far and wide to help those in need.
I guess you know me?
Murar sent word that you were coming. He said to be nice. No worries. I mean only the best. In any case, I'll be doing most of the work for this first task when you're ready.
I'm ready.
You see those ghostly figures down in the canyon? Those are the souls of our scouts who were lost and consumed by evil. I believe that they may be trapped between our world and the next. I think I can resurrect them, if you can just lure them close to me.
I'll do my best. However, I won't do my best right now, because the time has come that I'm going to have to call it right here, and I'll be back on streaming later tonight if all goes well. If you are not following me yet, be sure to follow me and turn on notifications so that you can see the next time that I go live. For now, I'm going to take off. Everybody have a good supper, and see you later.